Deportes here in Spain as the Basketball Champions League continues on to game day 2. And it has swiftly reached us in Group A as UCAM Murcia hosts Latvian opposition in Ventspils. Well, the home side got off to the perfect start last week as they took care of their home court advantage to get the better of Le Mans, whereas Ventspils would have been really disappointed with their opening game in front of their home fans as they suffered a heavy defeat to Anvil. Well, Murcia have already had to come through qualifying to reach the regular season. As we take a look at some of the games in Group A, Banvit have already got the better of Le Mans 96-67. Only UCAM Murcia and Ventspils to play today, and then tomorrow a couple of games, the other two to finish off. Good crowding, great to see the kids in as well. This is why it is such a good competition, the Basketball Champions League. Perfectly timed just after people are finishing work, after the kids finish school, come down and watch some high-quality European basketball. Banvit then at the top, they're 2-0 after winning both of their matches so far. And as you can see there, UCAM picking up the win in their first game, whereas Ventspils looking to get off the mark. Yeah, Murcia have already had to come through qualifying to reach the regular season, so they should be finely tuned and ready for action. And of course, they're looking to back up their incredible run all the way to the Final Four in last year's competition. As we take a look at the two rosters, first of all for Ventspils, well, back is their coach, Robert Stelmars, whilst returning players like Maris Golbis, Rihards Lomats, Ronald Zakis and the Latvian international Ingus Jakovic. So they've got plenty of experience amongst their roster, there's no doubt. And in their match against Anvil, it was Rihards Lomats who had 16 points. Jonathan Arledge had 21, he led the way. And as for UCAM Murcia, well, star forward Ovi Soko and the Netherlands international guard Charlon Kloof, Argentina big man Marcos Delia, Kevin Tumba, just a few names to look out for. And in their match against Le Mans last week, Ovi Soko had 10.6 rebounds to start his campaign off. And Emmanuel Chiatse, who's a really good young player from Romania, went to Eurobasket last year. He had a great game as well with 10.7 rebounds. Milton Doyle led the way with 14 points for Murcia. So the two sides will just be introduced to the crowd here. Always great to get off to a good start, which Murcia did with that victory over Le Mans, 74 points to 62. They came through. But yeah, as I said, they had that incredible run all the way to the Final Four in last year's competition. They actually only finished 4th in the group stage, mind you, last season. They were 7-7, scraped through by the skin of their teeth to the knockout rounds. They then beat fellow Spanish side Iberostar Tenerife in the last 16. 149 points to 143. Then Pinar Karšiača, 160-137 in the quarterfinals before eventually losing 77 points to 75 to Ike Athens in the semis. So it was pretty close all the way down to the wire. Just couldn't quite get it done. But a great run nonetheless, and they'll be expecting big things now this year. They've had the experience, and of course they'll want to try and qualify a lot easier than they did in the 2017-18 competition. Ventspils looking to rebound after that heavy defeat on game day one. 78-99 they lost to Anvil at home as well, which was a little concerning. They've made plenty of headlines in their two Basketball Champions League campaigns, have Ventspils. In their inaugural season, they progressed from the group phase and then lost by just 2 points on aggregate to Umanarea Venezia, who made it all the way to the Final Four. And then last season, among Ventspils' achievements was to sweep the defending champions of Iberostar Tenerife in their 2 regular season meetings. So they've got credentials, and they have certainly got big performances in them, this Latvian side. This certainly on paper should be a really good game. Decent crowd in, certainly not full, but it's a pretty big sports hall here. But they'll be getting used to European basketball on a Tuesday and a Wednesday night. Quite amazing, really, that as we enter the 3rd season of the Basketball Champions League, it's already established as the 2nd pan-European club competition. So that's based on the number of countries participating and the previous league positions of those participating teams. So it's a pretty incredible story, the rise of the Basketball Champions League. Massive success story, it certainly has been. Referees, Nicholas Maistre, Luca Cardin, and Wojciech Sugulu as well. The 3 officials for us today. Some of the best referees in the game as well that we have. Very fortunate for us in the Basketball Champions League. Here's the Ventspils starting 5. They go with Johnson, Lomax, Golbis, Jurevicius and Arledge. Mentioned that Jonathan Arledge really led the offensive load for Ventspils in their game day 1. 21 points he had to go with his 3 rebounds and assists. There is Robert Stelmaz back in charge of Ventspils. And the Murcia starting 5, well, we know the likes of Ovi Socco and Charlon Kloof, the Dutch international, Brad Ollison, Marcus Delia, the big Argentine, and Milton Doyle. Doyle had a great game, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on game day 1. Javier Juarez is the Murcia head coach. Well, Murcia have won their last 2 home games in the Basketball Champions League, but they have never managed to win 3 in a row. So can they create a bit of history for the Spanish side here this evening? They'll fancy their chances in front of their home fans. Coming off the back of that win over Le Mans on game day 1, they should be confident. So a final opportunity for both coaches just to discuss with their players, and then we can get underway in this one. Well, there is Milton Doyle, only 24 years of age. Was actually initially signed by the Brooklyn Nets before being waived. And so before the start of the game, we would like to respect a minute of silence in the honor of the FIBA Secretary General and IOC member Patrick Baumann. He was Secretary General of FIBA since 2002. He passed away at the age of 51 on Saturday in Buenos Aires in very sudden and shocking circumstances. With his passion and determination, he was the leader and advocate of basketball worldwide. He was instrumental in the creation of the Basketball Champions League. Yeah, horrible loss. It was a massive part of the Basketball Champions League was Patrick Baumann. Had a vision to bring a high-level competition to clubs all across Europe. He was in Buenos Aires, Argentina, for the Youth Olympic Games as well. So a real sad loss to the basketball community, and he will be lost and missed. There's no doubt about that. So let's hope that we can put on a really good game of basketball in Patrick Baumann's memory. Steps up, throws the two, can't get it to go. Big rebound. Gave him the opportunity to shoot the three. Oh, it's a big rejection early on. Great work on the defensive end already by Ventspils. Well, they're going to have to be at their best today, there's no doubt, to get something out of this game. UCAM Murcia certainly heading into this one as favourites. As he shoots the three over the defence, offensive rebound, tries to put it back two-hand with his left hand and gets the first points of the game. Here is Milton Doyle. Delia sets the screen. Doyle can't get the three to go. Johnson drives. This is where he's dangerous. He's fouled on his way up and will shoot two. Makes the first. Off target with the second. Rebound by Milton Doyle. Here is Ovi Soko. Now Charlon Kloof to Delia. Such a strong starting five, this UCAM Murcia side they've got, and Delia went up, couldn't get it to go. Ventspils will get it back. .29 years of age, Aaron Johnson. Really big player at his time at the University of Alabama. He actually finished his career as the all-time leader in assists as the rejection, and Johnson can bring it clear here for Ventspils. Johnson into Lomax. Lomax for three is good. And Ventspils off to a fast start. And they lead by 6. Here is Delia, more than happy to allow him that outside shot. Not where he's most comfortable. Now Charlon Kloof. Kloof looking to get Murcia going. Just comes up short. Delia with the offensive rebound, and Murcia are off and running. First points go to Delia. Here's Aaron Johnson. Steal. And now Charlon Kloof looking to try and bring it clear. Oh, it's a good hustle, just couldn't quite grab it. Ovi Soko. And the last touch was actually off Soko, so Ventspils will get it back. Been in Murcia for a couple of years now, has Ovi Soko, joined in 2016. Here is Lomac. Lomac, nice pass. Aldridge grabs it, can't get the two to go. Big strong rebound by Delia. Now Olesen. Oh, nice pass by Doyle. Delia just, I don't think was expecting it. Been a bit of a sloppy start here by the Spanish side. Just 2 points in the opening 3 and a bit minutes here. Back outside, open look, turns it down. Now Lomac. Golbis for three, nothing but net for Golbis. And Ventspils have their second three-pointer of the day. Golbis is up to 5 points personal. The lead is 7. Here goes Ovi Soko. Beautiful little spin move is fouled, and Soko will head to the line and shoot 2. Good aggressive intent by Ovi Soko. Just sloppy on all ends of the court really at the moment. UCAM Murcia. So splits them, makes 1 from 2. Here is Johnson. Great pass out to the corner. Golbis with a completely open look. Oh, it's in and out. Big strong rebound by Arledge. Arledge goes back up, can't get the 2 to go. Step back 2, just a little too much on it. Kiatse. Open 3 for Charlon Kloof. Can it? And Charlon Kloof up and running. And they've got their first shot from the outside. Johnson. Good penetration. Fouled by Emmanuel Kiatse. Yeah, he's only 21 years of age. Emmanuel Kiatse, certainly a name to look out for, though. Was the MVP in the All-Star 5 award at the FIBA Under-20 European Championships Division B last year. Led Romania to gold. He actually had his 6th consecutive double-double in the final against Croatia. He's a real talent, there's no doubt. Here is Charlotte Kloof. Socko now. Socko, good pass underneath. Kiatse just couldn't quite bring it into his spell. Turnover. Ventspils coming forward through Aaron Johnson again. Freemanis back to Johnson. Johnson comes up way short with the three. Doyle eventually brings in the rebound. Doyle with the pass down the floor to Kiatse. Kiatse trying to wriggle himself out of trouble. And the foul is called on Roberts Freemanis. Rudez, good pass. Milton Doyle can't get the two to go. Doyle's just had a slow start. Drives, little teardrop goes up, no good. Both sides just beginning to struggle a little bit with their shot. Nice pass underneath to Kiatse. That's where he's good, Emmanuel Kiatse. Get him in that low post. And the lead is just 2 now. Here is Lomatz. Lomatz looking to try and drive. Kiatse. He's called on the foul, and he'll shoot 2. So Rihards, Lomatz heads to the line. Kiatse picks up his second already. (16 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds Lomatz had against Anvil last time out, so should be full of confidence coming into this one. Kloof. Damian Rudets. Into Delia. Delia looking to go to work. Spins, and a nice move by the big man Marcos Delia. And Delia has 4. Cuts the lead back to 2. Freemanis looking to go up against Delia. Tough matchup. Delia does enough. Now the pass down the floor. Urtasun into Delia. Delia with the pass to Milton Doyle. Doyle draws the foul. Foul called on Anthony Bean. Signed from Legia Warsaw this year, did Anthony Bean. Steps back, throws the 2, difficult shot, gets it to go, and we're all tied up. Jakovic for 3 is good. Big shot from Jakovic. And he's off and running, his first points of the day. Here is Urtasun. Now Delia. Delia spins, gets it to go. And 1 for Marcos Delia. The foul goes on Freemanis. So difficult to stop in this position here. Marcos Delia. So Charlotte Kloof checks out. Delia can't quite convert on the three-point play. Ventspils still leading by 1. Here is Bean for 3 from way downtown. No good. Delia with the rebound. Delia everywhere now. It's rebound number 5 already for the big man. Now Urtasun. Urtasun looking to throw up the little teardrop, which is good. And for the first time today, UCAM Murcia have the lead. 16 points to 15, just under 2 to go in this first quarter. Bit of a slow start as the 3 goes up. No good. Delia with another rebound. Urtasun. Urtasun, nice pass to Delia. Delia's fouled, and he just couldn't quite convert the 2 for another opportunity for a three-point play, but either way, he'll head to the line and shoot 2. Playing well early on here is Marcos Delia. Just about gets it to go. Played with Argentina in the 2016 Summer Olympics, did Delia. And he makes both from the stripe. And the lead is up to 3. Ventspils in the penalty now for the final 90 seconds or so. He thrown it out of bounds. He hasn't. Arledge did well to just get on the end of the loose ball. Arledge up against Delia. This is a good matchup. Arledge can't get it to go. Great D again from Marcos Delia, who's having a great game on both ends of the floor here for the Spanish side. Here is Urtasun looking to try and punish the miss again. Urtasun steps back, throws one up. Does he get the roll? He sure does. And all of a sudden, the lead is up to 5. And Murcia, after a pretty slow start to this first quarter, has certainly caught fire over the course of the last few minutes. Bean looking to respond with a 2 of his own, way off target on that occasion. Now Booker. Booker throws one up. Delia, can he grab the offensive rebound? No, Bean does well. Edu Duran is on the floor for Murcia. He signed in the summer from Melilla. As Duran is called on his first foul. Here's Aaron Johnson. 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Arledge comes out, sets the pick. Johnson forced to go back outside. He's just going to have to throw it up in a second. Johnson, he does so from the foul line. Johnson for 2. Right before the buzzer gets it to go and cuts the lead to 3. But it's been a good response here by UCAM Murcia after getting off to a pretty slow start. They just got better and better as that opening quarter went on. And even though Johnson knocked it down right before the buzzer, at the end of 1, it is UCAM Murcia 20, Ventspils 17. As you can see, Murcia shooting the 2 a lot better. Ventspils struggling, just 2 from 9. So just a reminder as well, I'm sure you've all got it by now, but the Basketball Champions League app is available to download, so make sure you go on your tablet or whatever device you've got and download that, keep you up to date with absolutely everything you need to know in the Basketball Champions League going forward. Regular season up until February, and then we head into the knockout stages. As Bean in transition, nice pass to Aaron Johnson. Johnson can't get it to go, and look who's there again. It's Marcos Delia. Here's Duran. Duran throws up the mid-range two, gets it to go. Here is Bean. Bean to Johnson. Foul is called, as Murcia have a 5-point advantage here. Here is Golbis. Golbis just about gets the roll. Jonathan Arledge was flying in to try and put it back if he'd missed. Rudez, Ertesson for three. Just can't get it to go. Arledge grabs the rebound. 3-point game. Drives, throws it back outside. Arledge with plenty of time to knock down the three and level this game up, which is exactly what he does. Jonathan Arledge coming into this off the back of that 21-point game last time out, and he doesn't disappoint from the outside. Here is Rudez looking to respond with a three of his own, just comes up short. Edu Duran grabs the offensive rebound, so Murcia will get another go as Booker throws one up. Nice. Shooting that mid-range two pretty nicely at the moment, the home side. Askia Booker knocking one down. 25 years of age, Askia Booker, as Bean is left open for three. No good. Rudez with the rebound. Joined Murcia in the summer, did Booker, from Real Betis. He's thrown it away here, very nearly grabs it back. Does well actually to find Jonathan Arledge. Here is Johnson. Arledge, the left-hand jump hook is no good. Murcia want to just calm the turnovers somewhat. 6 turnovers already, just 2 for their opponents, but they do have the lead. Ertesson, nice pass. Oh, he went for the big one-handed dunk, highlight play. Did Delia. He may have been better just throwing up the layup. Bit of a let-off that for Ventspils. For three, he's fouled. And he will shoot 3, almost a chance for a 4-point play. So Jakovic at the line makes the first for Ventspils. Been at the club a few years now, has Jakovic. He signed back in 2016 from Russia. Makes the second, still 1 more to come. So this to retake the lead once again. Which he does. Knocks down all 3 from the line. He's up to 6. Rudets. And now Milton Doyle drives into the lane, can't get it to go. Defense all around him. Chance to extend the lead here for Ventspils. Here is Bean. Bean, great penetration, easy finish with the left hand. Nice aggression from Anthony Bean. Here is Rudets. Now Milton Doyle. Doyle underneath to Ovi Socko. I thought it was a clean block, but he's called on the foul. And Socko will head back to the line and shoot two. Here is Bean. Bean looking to penetrate again. Steps back, throws the little fadeaway two, gets it to go. Anthony Bean has 4. So Kiatse is back on for Murcia. As they trail by 3, they have led by as many as 5 in this game. Here is Milton Doyle. Socko not happy with the call. Good decision by the referee. So another turnover for Murcia. Another opportunity for Ventspils to try and extend the advantage. An open look for 3 is good. And Ventspils now lead by 6. Big shot by Rihards Lomats, who's certainly capable from that kind of range. Completely open look. Defense nowhere to be seen. And they have a 6-point advantage once again. Timeout has been called.
Change your face, eh? We're still playing a game, eh? No, you are sat there and stay here. Brad, vas por él. You scored 17 points in 5 minutes. Anyone defense? Enough. Watch outside for shot. First time. The football here inside. Close immediately. Last sprint on double. Rotate. No, immediately. Receive ball, immediately go. Go.
Well, Javier Jarez not happy at all with his side on both ends of the floor. Really laid into them during that timeout as they trail by 6. After a slow start as well, they managed to respond well. They then led by 5, but just got a little quiet again. Socko has 2 all over and throws it back outside. Shot clock is down to 2 as Booker tries to bank in the 2. No good, but a big offensive rebound by Emmanuel Kiatse. Now the 3 is good by Brad Ollison. And he's got Emmanuel Kiatse to thank for the offensive board. Oh, great response again from Ventspils every time. Murcia have hit back. Ventspils have found another. Doyle, nice pass. Kiatse can't get it to go. Tried to put it back again and was fouled. So important for them. Already is Manuel Kiatse, just at 21 years of age. Absolutely dominating on the glass. Kiatse with him and Delia. It's a pretty big unit to bring into any game. As part of the Real Madrid Academy at the age of just 16 was Kiatse. Just about gets the roll on the first. So the lead is 4. Arledge, now Anthony Bean. Golbis had a look up, thought about the 3, decided against it, needs some help. Now Bean, with the shot clock counting down, has to throw up the long 2, and Anthony Bean knocks it down. Bean has 8, he's 4 for 5 from 2-point range so far today, as Doyle tries to throw it inside to Kiatse. Foul is called. So they'll have a 14-second reset here. Will Murcia. Socko back to Booker. Booker, well, they've left him completely open for 3. He was a long way out, mind you. Offensive rebound, and another foul goes on Anthony Bean. So another 14 seconds here for Murcia. Urtasun. Tricky 2, can't get it to go. Strong rebound by Johnson. He does well, actually, to manage to pick up the ball because it wasn't behaving for him. Falls out of Golbis' hands. He somehow gets it back, not once, but twice. It's been a pretty scrappy play so far from Ventspils. Wouldn't be at all surprised if it ended with a 3, though, would you? As Bean steps back, it'll be a long 2 if it goes. Can't get it. And Olesen grabs the rebound. Ventspils don't have any more fouls to give either, as Kloof drives. Good penetration into the lane by Charlon Kloof. Takes a heavy fall, fouled. And will head to the stripe and shoot 2. Anthony Bean just getting a bit of a talking to. Kloof makes the first. Won the Macedonian League and was the league's MVP last year, Charlon Kloof with Skopje. Here is Johnson. Defense all around him. Has to go back outside. Into Arledge. Arledge up against Socko. Throws the 2. Air ball. Kiatse brings it in. Chance to eat into this 4-point lead again. Charlon Kloof. Urtasun for 3. Count it. And it's a 1-point lead. Alex Urtasun, 34 years of age, plenty of experience for Urtasun. Knocks down to 3. Is he saying that he was fouled after the ball let his... yeah, I think he wanted the 4-point play there, Ertesen. Doesn't get it, and a timeout has been called by Ventspils.
2 players, let's go on double. See very strong side, come on double, watch, rotate. Here is 2 players, come here, or fake him, yeah, see what's happening. You are between 2 players, on there. Go stronger, an aggressive switch.
Yeah, well, that's a statistic that Ventspils will want to put right, being heavily out-rebounded at the moment. 23 rebounds for Murcia, just 13 to Ventspils. But the fact that they still lead is a good sign. We've got just over 2 minutes to play in this first half. They lead by 1, 35 points to 36. Here is Lomac. Now Alic. Golbis. Shot clock is down to 2, needs to get the shot away. Tricky shot, just comes up short. Good rebound by Ovi Soko. Now Kloof. Soko again. Ollison, great pass! And Soko with the 2-handed jam. Beautiful pass to him by Ollison though. So Murcia lead again as Johnson, offensive foul. They will turn it over. Well, it's been a topsy-turvy first half. Charlotte Kloof, good penetration, fouled. And Kloof will head to the stripe to shoot 2. It's been 5 lead changes already in this first half. Murcia's biggest lead has been 5, Ventspils 7. Ventspils' lead came right at the start of the game. Comes up way short on that one. Much better with the second. 1 minute 12 to go in the first half. Kloof 3 for 4 from the stripe as Manuel Chiazze checks out of the game. Here is Lomat's turnover. Now Ollison, good transitional defense though by Ventspils, although Ollison has an open look for 3, comes up short. Offensive rebound though is brought in by Ertesen. Now Delia. 25 rebounds to 13. Delia has been a huge part of that as Kloof shoots the 3, air ball. Chance for a 2 for 1. Here for Ventspils if they're quick. Just can't quite keep it under control, and it's another turnover, and now the fast break on the other end by Soko. Oh, he's tried to hammer it down with 2 hands. Charlotte Kloof, and that's twice in this first half that they've missed. Pretty simple dunks. 1 from Delia, 1 now from Charlotte Kloof, trying to add his name to the highlight reel. And the last possession of this first half will now go to Ventspils. Well, that would have been something special from Charlotte Kloof had he managed to make the dunk. Can't believe he missed it, really. Here is Johnson. Johnson drives. Oh, what a finish that was, high up off the glass. And that will be that for the first half. And absolutely nothing separating these two. It has been really close. The lead has changed 5 times already. Beautiful finish from Johnson to finish off that first half, though. How high up on the glass he had to go. But at the end of the first half, there is absolutely nothing separating them as they head into the tunnel. It's UCAM Murcia 38, Ventspils 38. Here are the stats then. Both sides shooting pretty similarly from 2-point range. Slightly better from the outside from Ventspils, but that's the big difference between these two, is the rebounds. 26 for Murcia, just 15 for their opponents. Few more turnovers for the home side, but all in all, the stats pretty similar. And that is why we are tied up at 38 points each. Jetterson has led the way with 9. He's been good since coming on. Ollison and Darlage with 2 steals each. Scherderson, Delia with a great game so far for the big Argentine. Delia, 7 rebounds to go with his 8 points. But it's 38 points each at the break. I'll leave you with the highlights. Make sure you're back in around 10 minutes time for the start of the second half. So welcome back, everybody. Second half just a couple of moments away, and it is a tight one here in Spain. UCAM Murcia 38, Ventspils 38. Aaron Johnson layup right on the buzzer at the end of the first half means that the two sides went in all square. Has been a topsy-turvy game though. So far there's been 6 lead changes in total. Murcia's biggest lead of 5 and Ventspils' biggest lead of 7 in the first quarter. Murcia, of course, looking to try and make it back-to-back. Go 2-0 to kick off their Basketball Champions League campaign after beating Le Mans last week. And Ventspils looking for their first win of the campaign after losing to Anvil. There's already been one game in Group A earlier today, and Banvit, well, they went 2-0, and Le Mans went 0-2, unfortunately for them. Banvit with a pretty convincing victory over Le Mans, 96 points to 67, so good performance from the Turkish side. So Murcia looking to try and respond. Of course, they scraped through to the knockout phase of the Basketball Champions League last year. They were 7-7, so they'll want to try and do things a little easier in the 2018-19 competition. It's not been a great start to their domestic campaign either for UCAM Murcia. They currently sit in 11th spot in the Liga ACB. They've only played 3 games, mind you, so nothing to worry about too much, but 1-2 start for the Spanish side, so they want to try and improve on that. As for Ventspils, so they've started their season pretty well. Currently sit in 2nd position, 4-1 after their opening 5 games. So a solid start for the Latvian side. And it's Ventspils with the first possession in this second half. With Arlic. Arlic steps back, throws the 2. Can't get it to go. Well, I get the impression that Javier Juarez, the UCAM Murcia head coach, would have laid into his team a little bit at that half-time break. Heard in a couple of the timeouts that he really wasn't happy with the level that he saw from his side. Here is Kloof, steps back, throws the 2, can't get it to go. Delia tried to knock it back outside. He's had a really good first half though, Marcos Delia. 7 rebounds to go with his 8 points as the 3 goes up, no good. Kloof, Ovi Soko brings down the rebound. Ollison, Kloof again. Ollison again, steps back, shoots the 3! And Brad Ollison knocks another one down from long range. He's up to 6. All 6 of his points have come from the outside. "35 years of age now is Ollison as Johnson responds with a 3 of his own. Defense just went AWOL, allowed Aaron Johnson the open look. Here is Erterson. Now Ollison again. Ollison shoots, makes and fouls. And Ollison with the chance for a 4-point play. Back-to-back 3s for Brad Ollison. Big time play from the 35-year-old. So 4-point play, the lead's up to 4. Oh, Ertersen nearly managed to get the steal. Good work from Arledge. So he tries to answer Oleson's 4-point play with a 3-point play of his own. Just comes up short. Delia with the rebounds. Soko. Foul goes on Jurevicius. Signed from Mureș in Romania earlier this year. Did Marek Jurevicius. Picks up his second foul. Here's Olesen again, now Kloof. Just want to get the ball into the hands of Brad Olesen if they can. The step back two is no good. Arledge grabs the rebounds. Johnson already made 1-3 in this quarter, can't make a second. Delia. Well, Delia very lucky to get that back. It's a bit of a sloppy pass. Charlotte Kloof for 3, comes up short. Delia with a big, strong offensive board, throws it outside. Extra pass to Ertersen. Did well to get out and protect the perimeter. Great pass by Ertersen, and the 2 is missed by Ovi Soko. Should have knocked it down, really. And the lead stays at 2. Here is Anthony Bean. Bean, good pass to Arledge. Arledge is fouled. Can't make the 2, but will head to the line and shoot 2. Manuel Kiatse checks in as Marcos Delia goes out. Makes both from the line. And we're all tied up again, 45 points each. Here's Kiatse. Again, just like Marcos Delia, more than happy to allow him the 3-point shot. Maybe not Olesen. Olesen, great pass, good penetration, fouled and 1. And Charlotte Kloof with the chance for a 3-point play. Great penetration from the Dutchman. Arledge picks up his 3rd foul, so that's something we're just going to have to keep an eye on. Can't get it to go. It was a little too zealous, I think, Arledge, to bring in that rebound. So Arledge checks out. He's now got his 4th personal, so he's really got to be careful. And Ventspils, with that foul, have gone into the penalty with still 5 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. So could be a lot of cheap visits to the foul line. Oh, great work from Kiatse to bring in the offensive rebound. Kiatse has to throw it back outside to Ertusen. Ertusen with the shot clock down to 3. Has to throw the tricky shot, does well to draw the foul. Alex Ertusen with the shot clock down to 1. He manages to bring himself a couple of shots from the stripe. So Flimanis is another who finds himself in some foul trouble. Joins Arledge on 4 fouls. Oh, it's a big block. Great work on the defensive end, and now can they punish in transition? Ertusen just slows it down. The lead is 5. We've never had a bigger lead than 5 in this game as Socko is fouled, and a chance to extend the lead past 5 right now. Well, 11 different players scored for UCAM Murcia on game day 1. It's a joint high during the opening day, alongside MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, so sharing the offensive load. And a timeout is called by Ventspils.
Rotate. Oh, let's go. First, 2 down. Eagle. Coming here. Watch. After pass. 2 team fouls. Use fouls. Hey. Remember, I saw the play. Okay, fine. This is play. Bloqueos normal. Repito, fuerte. Vamos, vamos. 1, 2, 3. Murcia. Vamos.
So Socko at the foul line. This is on the first. Trying to give Murcia their biggest lead of this ball game so far. Oh, can't make either from the line, or very nearly. Charlon Kloof was able to bring it in. Is Anthony Bean. Bean, the long 2 is good. He's fouled and 1. Big time play from Anthony Bean. Foul goes on Emmanuel Kiatse. So Bean with a chance to get it back to 2, which he does. So Kiatse has 3. Here's Ertusen. Ertusen tries to use the glass. Difficult shot, can't get it to go. And now the opportunity to level this up as he goes coast to coast, gets the roll. And again, we are all tied up. Absolutely nothing to separate these two. 50 points each. Here is Kiatse. Brad Ollison, who knocked down a couple of threes early on in this quarter. Ertusen, the shot clock's down to 3. Ertusen drives, he's got to put it up. He does, right on the buzzer, and gets it to go. Flimanis into Golbis, just under 4 to go in this third quarter. Golbis can't get it. Ollison grabs the rebound. Here is Kiatse. Kiatse up against Flimanis, spins, drives, and on the reverse makes the 2. Nice play from the Romanian. Here's Anthony Bean. Bean throws it up, it's blocked, oh, and he's fouled. Javier Juarez wants the unsportsmanlike. I don't think he's going to get it. So another trip to the foul line. I haven't really punished them, actually, in this third quarter. The amount of free throws that they've had, haven't been that efficient with them. So for the first time in this game, Murcia lead by 6, their biggest lead so far. Jakovic, nice pass, but 3 white shirts surrounded him. Drives, has to go back outside. Shot clock is down to 3. It's been a good defensive possession so far, but the 3 from the corner comes up short. And now Kloof, but the offensive foul goes on Ovi Soko, and they will turn it over again. Well, coming into this, Ventspils had won 4 of their last 6 away games in the Basketball Champions League. That was after having lost 7 of their first 9. So they've turned it round on the road. 6 points down at the moment. As Johnson steps back, shoots the 3, makes the 3, and cuts the lead again to a 1-possession game. Doyle throws up the long 2. Milton Doyle's been quite quiet today. It's actually his first points of the ball game, which is somewhat surprising considering the game that he had against Le Mans when he scored 14, had 5 rebounds, 4 assists. The 3 is on the way, comes up short. Charlon Kloof with the rebounds. Erterson had the look at the 3, turned it down, instead throws up the little teardrop, which is good. Well, we've got just over 1.5 minutes to go. What a game. Erterson has had 15 points, 5 for 6 from 2-point range. "24 points from the bench for Murcia today. 19 for Ventspils, so both benches chipping in. So Booker back on the floor for Murcia. Urtasun, good pass to Kiatse. Oh, what a finish from Emmanuel Kiatse. Such a handful. Well, that's poor ball handling from Golbis. Turnover, which they can't really afford now. 7 points down, Ventspils. Inside the final 60 seconds is Kloof. Socko, the two will not count. They'll get it from the side. They'll have a 14-second reset. Apologies, of course, Ventspils in the penalty, so Socko heads to the line. Makes them both, and all of a sudden this lead is just beginning to grow for Murcia. Socko's got 9, and the lead is 9. 64 points to 55. Here is Lomads. Eight points so far for Rihards Lomads. Lomads from the foul line, throws up the 2, gets it to go. Now, can they have a stop? Down the other end. Here is Booker. About 4 seconds between the shot and the game clock. Delia has the ball knocked out of his hands, and Ventspils will have it with 12.1 seconds left on the clock. Booker not happy with the call. So Jakovic heads to the line. Chance to just bring it back to a 5-point game. They are still well in touch here, Ventspils. Makes the first. Can't get the second. Urtasun with the rebound. They've got 5 seconds to advance it up the floor. Urtasun into Booker. Booker throws up the alley-oop. Delia puts in the 2. Right on the buzzer. It's a big-time play from UCAM Murcia, who finish off this third quarter in style. The fast break. Booker saw Delia underneath. Delia's had a great game. 10 points, 9 rebounds for Marcos Delia so far today. And that's a good third quarter from the home side. And they will be taking an 8-point lead into the fourth. 66-58 at the end of the third. Well, Ventspils will be disappointed with that third quarter. They have an 8-point deficit to try and make up, as Delia is called on the foul. So back comes Kiatse, as Delia has his fourth foul. Arledge and Frimanis both have 4 fouls for Ventspils as well, so quite a few out there in foul trouble. Here's Arledge. Arledge can't get it to go. Now Booker. Booker shaking and baking and making the 2. It's a double-digit ball game now, as Booker has 4 points personal. Lomax throws it up, no good. Kiatse with the defensive rebound. Booker into Milton Doyle. Doyle throws it up, gets it to go. And the lead is growing for Murcia, up to 12. Well, they really need to try and go on a little run sooner rather than later here, Ventspils, because they're going to find themselves too far back coming down the stretch otherwise. Looks to try and do just that as Anthony B. Can't get the 3 to go. Here is Booker. Booker throws up the alley-oop, and Kiatse makes the 2. And it's 6 unanswered points for Murcia to start off this final quarter. Kiatse's now 4 for 5 from 2-point range. Great pass by Booker. Easiest of 2s. So timeout called by Ventspils.
First we go under. Risk it. You have to come and you play back pedal. Higher and back pedal. Don't stay inside just. If he can come in. First. Let's go. Piece down to 4 side. Screen. Row. 5 come. Stay corner. Watch short row here. 1 dribble pass. Cut under basket. If nothing, pass back.
So the lead is as big as it has been. Murcia 72, Ventspils 58. There's Aaron Johnson, nice pass, and Arledge with the simple 2. That's what they need a little bit more of here. Ventspils just waiting for the right opportunity, the right shot. Booker tries a little bounce pass, turned it over, so they've got the miss. Can they make down the other end of the floor? Johnson drives into the lane. Last touch was off Johnson, and they'll turn it over. He was nearly able to keep hold of it. He knew the last touch was off him. Did his best to fool the referee. Here is Doyle. Doyle throws it up. Kiatse just couldn't quite bring in the offensive rebounds. Jakovic now. Just about 7.5 to go. Johnson, have they turned it over? No, Johnson does really well to keep hold of possession. The 3 is on the way, no good. And now Brad Ollison, who hit those 2 big consecutive threes in the third quarter, including that 1 4-point play. Throws up the alley-oop, and Kiatse on the end of it again. And Kiatse is really beginning to come to the party now for Murcia. Booker just pulling some strings. Kiatse is up to 11, 5 for 6 from 2-point range. Arledge, great work on the defensive end now from Kiatse. He's everywhere. Here is Doyle. Doyle has to go back outside. Booker. Booker throws it out to the corner. The open 3 comes up short. Kiatse just couldn't quite grab the offensive rebounds. Lomads into Golbis. Jakovic is in the corner. Here he is. Extra pass to Aaron Johnson, who knocks the 3 down. Gets it back to an 11-point game with 6 minutes to go. Oh, great work, drives to the baseline. Murcia really have got the hot hand now, as Rudets makes the 2. Croatian, who spent a few years in the NBA for the likes of the Indiana Pacers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Orlando Magic. Good work by Jakovic, though. Not going down without a fight here, Ventspils. Here's Ollison. Good penetration by Booker. The lead is 12 once more. Johnson goes back outside. Now Golbis. Golbis drives, can't get it to go. Last touch, according to the referee, was off Golbis. And the decision goes Murcia's way. Ventspils seems pretty convinced that they should have had the decision there. Yeah, offensive foul called, so Murcia will turn it over. Well, the games come thick and fast in the Basketball Champions League every single week. They do have a little bit of a break around the end of November for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Oh, get out of my house, says Charlon Kloof. Arrives from nowhere, the Dutchman. Yeah, they have a little bit of a break for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers at the end of November. And also have a break over the Christmas and New Year period, but pretty much every week right the way through until early February. And so next week, as the 3 is put up, just can't get it to go yet. Next week, UCAM Murcia are on the road. They've had back-to-back home games, but on the road next week against Nizhny Novgorod. That's another turnover for Murcia. Socko not happy with the call. So that foul puts Murcia inside the penalty with a 12-point lead and just over 4 minutes still to play. Jakovic. Jakovic, extra pass. Foul goes on Rudets. 2 won't count. Yeah, as for Ventspils, well, after the away game here, they are back at home, back in Latvia, and they're taking on Banvit. Banvit are 2-0, of course, to start off their Basketball Champions League campaign. Here is Rudets. This will be a long 2 if it goes, which it does. They're just doing well here. Murcia controlling this game, not allowing Ventspils any hope of getting back into it as the 3 is off target. Kloof brings down the rebound on this occasion. Here is Booker. Booker out to the corner. The 3 is on the way from Doyle. Count it. Well, he's been quiet today, Milton Doyle, but still has that ability. Kloof with the rebound. The lead is 15. The 3 is on the way. Doyle looking for back-to-back. Can't get it to go. Just over 2.5 to go in this final quarter. Jakovic just can't get it. Offensive rebound, he's fouled and won. Well, you never know at the end of the regular season just how important points difference could be, so you've got to keep going right to the end out there. So Kloof checks out. Good game for Charlotte Kloof, 9 points, 9 rebounds for the Dutchman. She's got so much quality in this roster to UCAM Murcia. Oh, puts it up, Kiatse. Oh, that would have been special. They've already combined a couple of times, Booker and Kiatse. Just couldn't quite apply the finish there, the big Romanian. Booker again throws it up. Well, they're determined to complete that alley-oop. Booker and Kiatse. Had to try and grab it one-handed in the end, did Kiatse. So Alic is fouled out. That was his 5th. .14 seconds back on the clock for Murcia. Just looking to see this game out now as Booker throws the 3. And Booker has really had an impact in this second half. Booker is up to 9 points to go with his 4 assists. Yeah, Golbis makes it in the end. I think the Murcia fans behind the hoop wanted a travel call. Here is Booker again. Into Kiatse. Kiatse again very nearly had it stolen out of his hands by Golbis. Booker. Kiatse wanted it played in. He was completely alone. Booker for three from miles out. Askia Booker, take a bow. What a final quarter Booker has had for Murcia. Absolutely ran the show out there. Lomax for three is good and fouled and one. So Lomax back at the line as Booker checks out and quite rightly gets a big ovation as he heads to the bench. Well, Lomax for Ventspils has reached double-digit points in 3 of his last 4 Basketball Champions League games after failing to score 10 or more points in his previous 15 games. So he's found a bit of form and he's into double digits once again tonight. He's got 14 so far today. Good press by Ventspils, and they've stolen as well. Lomax very fortunate to get into the hands of Kiatse, and an easy 2. A little unlucky there, actually. Bean, Jakovic. Just over 30 seconds to go. Jakovic for 3, nothing but net. And the lead is back to 11. Kiatse checks out. Ollison. Back to Ollison. Well, we know he can shoot the 3. We've seen it a couple of times already today. Has it stolen. Good work. And he should easily make the 2. No need to give the foul away from a Murcia point of view. He's got to be careful he doesn't run out of bounds here, which he does. So Ventspils get it back. I don't think they're going to win the game, but it's a good opportunity to keep eating into this lead. As Bean drives, makes the 2 and 1. So a chance for a 3-point play for Anthony Bean. He's up to 13 points today. And he makes the 3-point play. Putting on the high press. They've got the steal again here, have Ventspils. But unfortunately for them, the buzzer goes, and that will be that. So UCAM Murcia go to 2-0 in the Basketball Champions League to start their campaign. Ventspils 0-2, not the start that the Latvian side were after. But a good game here in Spain. Murcia certainly took control in that 3rd quarter and didn't allow Ventspils back in it. A bit of a sloppy ending to Murcia, just to slightly ruin their goal difference. But in the end, it's finished. UCAM Murcia 91, Ventspils 85. Yeah, job well done, really, for the Spanish side. Be pretty happy with that. It's a really close first half. They were locked together at 38 points each after the first half. Murcia shot the ball well, certainly from 2-point range. 25 from 43. They out-rebounded Ventspils by a distance. 20 more rebounds in total. 46 to 26. That really was probably where the game was won and lost. 6 more turnovers for Murcia, so they'll be a little disappointed with that. Urtasun was the man that did the damage. He had 15 points. Delia had a great game with 9 rebounds. Alic had a couple of steals. Jakovic finished with 17 points for Ventspils. Johnson had 15, Bean had 14, and Booker finished the game really strongly for Murcia. So they will just do their warm down Ventspils before taking the flight back to Latvia. And this is how Group A looks. Banvit and UCAM Murcia, the only 2 sides who are 2-0, but of course Anvil, Sadigas Avellino, Nizhny Novgorod and MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg still have to play tomorrow night. So that table could well change. Anvil and Sadigas Avellino both winning their opening game last week. So make sure you're back with us tomorrow night to watch the final 4 teams in action in Group A. And yeah, as I said, next week, Ventspils at home to Banvit. So Ventspils looking to get off the mark in the Basketball Champions League. Banvit looking to try and maintain their unbeaten start. And as for UCAM Murcia, well, they are on the road for the first time this season. They travel to Russia to take on Nizhny Novgorod. So that is how the 2 sides stand next week. Murcia playing on the Tuesday, as are Ventspils. So Tuesday the 23rd of October, both these 2 sides in action again. A reminder again to make sure you download the Basketball Champions League app. That is available, of course, for your delectation. That will give you all the latest news and highlights and everything you could possibly need to guide you through this season's Basketball Champions League, the regular season running now until early February, and then the knockout stages getting underway. And tomorrow, Anvil hosting Nizhny Novgorod, and MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg taking on Sadigas Avellino. So that is how game day 2 will finish up here in Group A. But Murcia will be pretty delighted with the way they played. Milton Doyle, who we just saw there, a little bit quieter today. Didn't quite have the same impact as last week, but they just share that scoring load so well to the Spanish side. We didn't see much of Askia Booker in the first half, but he certainly came to life in the second half. There's no doubt about that. It's great that they're able to call upon the likes of Booker, who can shoot the 3 from this far out. Knocked it down with ease, Askia Booker. Yeah, they did get a little bit sloppy just towards the end. Did the home side be a little bit disappointed about that, but in the end, they've done what they had to do, and that is come and win and go 2-0 in the Basketball Champions League, looking to try and make it to the knockout phases of the competition once again after making the Final 4 last year. But that's all we've got for you today. Group A continues tomorrow. Thanks ever so much for your company from all of us here. It's good night.